Hello everybody and welcome to the Daily Review, episode number 217. And the film I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today is Big Fan. Big Fan is written and directed by Robert Siegel. He's the person that wrote The Wrestler, which was my second favorite film of last year, right behind Synecdoche, New York. I love the subtlety of that movie. And Big Fan stars the comedian Patton Oswalt in a very non-comedic role. Big Fan basically follows the life of Paul, who is this humongous New York Giants fan, and above all, he loves his favorite player is Quantrell Bishop. He calls this local radio station called The Zone, I believe. They always say, "Let's go to my man Paul in Rhode Island. Paul, what do you got to say?" And he writes down his whole monologue and his speech of what he's trying to say. Just die-hard football fan. One day he sees Quantrell Bishop at a gas station with his buddy. They follow him to a club, and Quantrell Bishop basically beats the shit out of him because he's drunk and thinks that he's a stalker, which he's not. And he ends up in the hospital, and basically what ensues is a deep character study on this type of sports fanatic, crazed person. Big Fan, I think, is an extremely well done film. It probably has one of the only twists that I've seen in recent memory that I did not see coming, and when it happened I was quite pleased. I'm going to get to that in a second. But I think the big strength of Big Fan is that there's so many subtle touches that really reminded me of The Wrestler as far as cleverness and things like that. There's a scene early on in the beginning where Patton Oswalt and his best friend are going to a New York Giants game. You see them get up in the car. Beforehand, you hear him talking to him on the phone. He's like, "Dude, I'll pick you up at 10 in the morning. We're going to go." They go. They're pre-gaming. They're playing catch. They're grilling up hot dogs. You see people walking in and they're like clapping like, "Let's go Giants." And they say to themselves, "Let's go get our seats." And they do a quick cut to, and you see that they're just sitting in the parking lot watching the game. They don't have tickets for the game. And I think that says so much without saying anything, the sheer fact that these guys would drive all the way down to this stadium just to watch the game in the parking lot, just to feel like they're a part of it and be with the people in the air and just everything about it. The film has the opportunity, I think, to take very cliched turns once he gets beat up by Quantrell Bishop, because there's a lot of personal stuff that he's dealing with as far as, should I sue him? Should I tell people about this to make him go to jail? Because he is his favorite player, and he doesn't want the Giants to lose this in the season without him. And it has the opportunity to take such cliche turns, and there's moments in this film where I'm like, oh no, like it's going to take this weird turn and I'm not going to like it. But I think the notes that Big Fan hits are very dead on. There's a lot of very funny moments in this film, and there's a lot of very dark moments in this film, and I really appreciate that about Robert Siegel's writing and his directing especially. I think it's a very small, independent film that people should definitely seek out if it's playing near you. It's probably one of my favorite films of the year, maybe in the top 10 that I've seen this year. I think Patton Oswalt gives an exceptional performance. It's a Patton Oswalt that you've probably never seen before if you've ever watched any of his stand-up or anything like that. I would highly recommend that you guys see Big Fan. I think it ends on the perfect note, which I always talk about with Leland on nitpicket.com, nitpicket.com. Sorry, I had to plug it. We always talk about how we love when films end on this note where you're just like, end now and you're perfect, and Big Fan does that. I absolutely loved almost everything about this film. I give Big Fan a very strong 4.5 out of 5. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and hopefully I will be back tomorrow with another one for you.